Hey parents, college is way more expensive than that tuition bill says. I'm talking meal plans, Uber rides, late night DoorDash. So, in today's Countdown to College video, I am breaking down the 5 hidden costs and I'm going to give you some quick money hacks to help you and your team manage them. Hi, parents. I'm Holly Reid Tootle, the creator of the Master Playbook.com, and you are in the right place if you want to raise money smart kids and give them a solid financial foundation. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button and click that notification bell. My name is Holly Reid from the Master Playbook, and welcome to day 1 of our 5-day Countdown to College Money series. This series, we are going to prep you and your team for some smart money moves before they hit campus. And today we are tackling a biggie, the real cost of college. So I'm not talking about tuition, I'm not talking about financial aid. I mean the day-to-day costs that sneak up and mess up your budget real quick. So I'm going to share some real numbers. We're going to talk about real mistakes and, more importantly, how you can avoid these financial shocks that show up after you drop your student off on campus. All right. Number 1, the first hidden cost is always around food. Meals, meal plans, eating out. And so some schools actually require you to purchase these pricey plans, but then your student is still going to end up eating DoorDash 3 to 4 times a week. So parents, have you really looked at what it really costs? Some meal plans will charge $12 to $15 per swipe, even if your student only grabs cereal. So instead, I want you to see if there is an option for you to downgrade their meal plan and think about supplementing it with a monthly, grocery allowance, or making sure they keep some healthy snacks in their dorm room. So the hack for this one is you're going to set a weekly food allowance that's going to cover your child eating out or their morning coffee runs. The second hidden cost is dorm setup and move-in supplies. Everybody is getting ready to head off, or if they plan to live on campus. So think about bedding, small appliances, the fridge, the microwave, the decor nowadays. That could be $500 gone real quick. And so my hack for you on this one is try not to buy everything up front. So what you want to do, you want to let your student live in their space for 1 to 2 weeks, and then they can make a short list of what they actually need. So you can avoid buying all the things, packing up the car, renting a U-Haul, trying to move them all in, when in fact you could be purchasing a bunch of things that are just going to be collecting dust for the semester. The third hidden costs are going to be tech costs and subscriptions. So think about those laptops, all the tech that they're taking with them. At some point, it's likely going to require some kind of repair, some kind of maintenance. They may even need storage upgrades. So the hack for this, you want to look at what are their subscriptions, what's the tech that they are taking with them, and just see if there are any student discounts. A lot of times, Spotify, Adobe, Microsoft Office, Apple, all you'll need is a valid student email address, and then they'll offer you some student rates or student plans. The other thing you want to check is to see if your child's campus gives away any of these tech accessories, cords, power cords, any of the tech accessories that they might need. Some college campuses give them away. And they also offer laptop repair services on campus. So you'll want to see if that's something that they can take advantage of instead of you paying for these subscriptions. Now, the hack here, you're going to need to set a reminder, right? Set a reminder to review the subscriptions at least every quarter. So at least every 3 months, review the subscriptions so you can cancel anything that your student isn't using. Number 4. The fourth hidden cost is transportation, right? Whether it's Uber rides, parking permits, bus passes, you gotta plan for it. I'm gonna encourage you to make sure your student has actually learned taking a look at the campus bus system, somewhere to rack up a bike if they want to take their bike with them. But if they need a car, you need to budget for it, right? Budget for parking, budget for gas, and insurance. Okay. And this is one that can grow to be a really huge expense, especially if they don't have the right permits. So make sure you are planning for this one. Last but not least, the fifth hidden cost is personal spending, right? I consider this all the miscellaneous. So think about laundry, haircuts, getting their hair braided, club dues is all on your student now. So depending on the things that they decide to get into, depending on, what's readily available to them on campus or in walking distance if they don't have a car, one of the things you should absolutely plan for is try to come up with a monthly life budget that you're going to allow them to manage, right? So all these personal preferences, all the things that they want to keep up with, allow them to have a budget, right? And whether you put that on a prepaid debit card, whether you give them a specific amount every month, but allow them to manage it. Give them that space, that capacity to learn how to manage their money on their own. So what that means is if they overspend, don't refill it early, right? Don't put money into their account. Let them experience what it feels like when they overspend, because this is a money lesson. It's not punishment, it's a money lesson so that they can learn how to manage their money better and wisely. So a lot of my parents, especially when their teens were in middle school or high school, they opened up these accounts. They got apps like Greenlight. And so if you did that, this is a great time for you to keep utilizing this, because now your kids are out on their own. They're making some of their more important financial decisions independently. But with apps like that, you can still oversee their spending without micromanaging them. All right. So I hope this was helpful. Your action step for this week, I need you to sit down with your college bound student. All right. I want you to sit down with them and help them create the budget. And I have a free resource for you. You can download the Real College Budget Conversation Guide that I have created for you, and I'm going to put it in the links in the notes below. All right. So it breaks down these categories. It sparks the right conversations so that you guys can talk about it now before you actually start getting these emergency texts from them while they're on campus. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, download the free guide that I'm going to put in the notes below. And don't forget to join us for our Credit 101 workshop, What Every Teen Should Know About Credit, that's coming up on August 7th. Because knowing the real cost is one step, but managing credit, well, that's a whole nother ball game. All right. So tomorrow for our college countdown series, we're going to be talking about debit versus credit, and I will see you there. Talk to you soon. Bye.